to students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia,
Sterling Hoffman.
It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Brings up second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Bengals.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
At the 21-yard line.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
The numbers on the receiving end for Boyd last time out. 7 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Auden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Number 12.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one good for 37 yards.
7-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The Falcons
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That one goes for 24 yards. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
There he goes, right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Number 11.
A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Jamal Williams, the ball carrier.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamal Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
25-yard line.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Tyler Boyd.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
4th down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
To the ball carrier.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Mike Hilton. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. here down to the 6-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And the lead is now 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Sterling Buckrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
46-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to take another shot here. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Second and 10.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Bengals.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Michael Burton, the fullback, the intended target. But it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Bengals 14. Hoff-Richter to kick
now
off.
Following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the...
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Williams. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Williams, the ball.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Burrow on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's my board. Mike's my board. Mike's my board.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. But the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go with Camaro. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Taken down at the 41.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
21. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick
now
off.
Following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Burrow's pass.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
At the 10-yard
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions, and definitely
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A big play. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
by number 11.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he's got it up and through. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff as they run left side. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 30, 10, 5.
Right down.
Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Then I hit that. 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 Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my